So this is just for the thumbnail. This is part 2. We're going to go over to section 7. So we did all this in the first video. I told you I'd do every single slide. Let's go over to this one, polynomial functions. So a monomial has one term, binomial has 2 terms, trinomial has 3 terms, polynomial has more than one term. The degree of a polynomial is its highest exponent. Leading coefficient is the number in front of the variable that has the highest exponent. Standard form goes from highest to lowest degree. So let's get into this example. So the standard form is going to be negative 14 x to the 8 plus 12x to the 5 plus 15x to the 4 minus 2x to the 2. That's it. The degree here is 8. The number of solutions is 8. Leading coefficient is negative 14. Synthetic division. So for synthetic division, remember here k is equal to 5. You flip the sign there. So I'll do 5 here, and then that's a 1, negative 5, 8, 7, negative 5. That's just these numbers here. So 1, negative 5, 8, 7, negative 5. This goes straight down. 1 goes here, then 5, 0. 5 times 0 is 0. 8 plus 0 is 8. 5 times 8 is 40. 40 plus 7 is 47. And then 47 times 5 is 235. And then you add those together, it'd be 230. So that's the remainder. That's the constant, that's x squared, and then that's x to the 3rd. So here's your answer. See, this is why I did the complicated one, so you could do you have an example of the complicated one. So the answer here is x to the 3rd, there's nothing here, plus 8x, plus 47, remainder 230. And then technically that's remainder 230 over x to the 4 minus 5x to the 3 plus 8x, blah, 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 blah. I'm actually not going to write that out. You get the idea. Hopefully. Factoring by GCF. Here, you can factor out a 4 out of both of these. So 4, x plus 5. Here you can factor out an 8x. So 8x, then that's going to be 8x plus 1. That's factoring by GCF. Factor by grouping. I didn't feel like remaking this. Oh, actually, on yours, it's supposed to be this. So yours should look like that, but I messed up. So there you go. If you made it this far, you have that. So out of this side over here, 7x squared can come out. Then you're just left with x minus 6. Over here, 3 can be factored out. Then you're left with x minus 6. So your answer is 7x squared plus 3 and x minus 6. Let's factor by grouping. Okay, for the inverses, inverse arithmetic operations, addition and subtraction are inverses, multiplication and division are inverses. Inverse of a graph, it's reflected over the line y equals x. Patterns are inverse tables. You just flip the numbers. The x and y values are switched. Okay, so let's do these since I have these made already. So I'm going to do x equals negative 2y minus 16. So x plus 16 equals negative 2y. Then it's going to be negative 1/2 x minus 8 equals y. So that's the inverse here. For this one, it's going to be x equals 1/3 y plus 4. So x minus 4 equals 1/3 y. Then it's going to be 3x minus 12 equals y. That's the inverse. Graphing the inverse. I'm just going to tell you, this one looks something like this, something like that. And yeah, so they reflect across the line y equals x, so yes, they're inverses. Flip these. This number goes here, this number goes here, this number goes here, this number goes here. You get the idea. Okay, square root. That's the third root. Cube root is the square root. No, that's backwards. Square root is when a number is divisible by the same number in itself. And then cube root is the same thing but 3 times. Logarithmic exponential form. So that's the a to the b, something like that. Honestly, you're going to have to find that in my notes. I don't remember exactly what I wrote, and I don't want to tell you the wrong thing on here. But you can Google it. It's easy. The product property. So when you have logarithms being multiplied, you can convert it to having the plus sign in the middle. Quotient, when they're being divided, you can do it with the minus sign, and the power property, you can bring the exponent out in front of the log. Domain here, this got shifted 2 to the right, so it's 2 to infinity. Range is all real numbers. No, I'm sorry. Range is from 0 to infinity. Here, this is all real numbers, this is all real numbers. Solving with radicals. So let's do plus 3 here, plus 3 here. You have x plus 2 square root equals 53. Wow, this is going to be a huge number. Sorry about that. Square both of these. You have x plus 2 equals 53 squared. 2809. And then x equals 2807. Rewriting logarithms. Okay, so I did this just a second ago. Here we go. Yeah, so you do, for this one, I would do 11 to the 20th power equals y. And for this one, I would do log base 18 of y equals 2. There we go. Okay, expanding the logarithm. So this is the product and the power rule here. So it would be log a of 8 plus log b of 4. And then you do the product, the power rule. So 4 log a plus, wait, that's not 4. 4 log b. Sorry, this one should be 8. This one here, it's, let's do this first. Log of a, 2 times 2 is 4, minus log of b, 3 times 2 is 6. So then you can do the power rule, 6 log a, oh, I did it again. 4 log a minus 6 log b. I don't know why I kept doing that. Absolute value, it's always positive. Rational functions divided by x. Common denominator, you have to have a common denominator when you're doing addition and subtraction with fractions. Reciprocal of a fraction is the opposite. So like 2/3, reciprocal of that is 3/2. This one is negative. The vertex is here at 1, 5. The x-intercept is x equals -4, x equals 6. The y-intercept is this point right here. Domain is all real numbers. Range goes from -infinity to 5. To describe the shift, it goes over 1 and up 5. Vertical asymptote is here at x equals 0. Horizontal asymptote here is y equals 2. The domain and range are both all real numbers except for this x value and this y value. Okay, absolute value equations. So you do this, x minus 1 equals 100, and then you also do x minus 1 equals -100. You have two answers. So x equals 99, x equals, wait, why did I do that? X equals 101, and then x equals -99. When you have this number on the outside, you gotta take care of that first. So minus 15, you get x plus 2 equals 5, and then you set it up like you did here. You have to do it twice. I'm not gonna work that one out. Okay, solving rational equations. You have x over x plus 1 equals 4/7. You cross multiply here. So it would be 7x equals 4x plus 1. So that's 7x equals 4x plus 1. No, 4, because you distribute this. So that's 3x equals 4. X equals 4/3. Okay, so here that's going to be equal to 2/8 plus 1/8. So that's 3/8. But this one, common denominator is 30. So 25/30 minus 12/30. Those are the same thing. That's going to be 13/30. I don't think that reduces. This one you multiply straight across. 3 times 2 is 6. 8 times 7 is 56. And that will reduce to 3/26. No, 3/28. Then here, you need to flip it. Instead of divide, we're going to multiply, and then we're going to flip one of them. So that's going to be 5/8. Function notation, we talked about that. It's where you plug in it's where you evaluate the function. Factoring is splitting in our case, we do trinomials. We do quadratic trinomials, and we split them into their factors. I showed the x method, and then here there's an x method where you include more a's. So if you need to go back to the factoring page, you can go back to that. Let's do this, though. So f of x, you have this, and g of x, you have this, and then they both have constant terms, -3. So g of 10, equals 2 times 10 minus 4. 20 minus 4 is 16. then h of 5 5 minus 10 square root of negative 5, so that's 5. So what does that say? Okay, 16 times 5. Is that 80? Yeah. This you'll do the same way as the previous one. So g times 7, g of 7, that's 10. H of 6, that's negative 4. So negative 40 is the answer when you multiply them. Easy, right? Very easy. Okay, factoring quadratics. So we'll do the x method here. A is 2. Right? A is 2, B is negative 9, C is negative 35. So negative 35 goes down here, and then we'll do A times C, so negative 70 goes here. Oh, big numbers. So negative 70, that's 1 and 70, 2 and 35, 3, no, 70 and 4, no, 70 and 5, yes. So 5 and 14. 70 and 7 will work. 7 and 10. 70 and 8. 70 and 9. Huh. Oh, shoot. I see what I did. This is supposed to be 9. Okay, so which of these have a difference of 9? These have a difference of 9, and so we need that to be negative. So negative 14 and 5. So this is going to be negative 7. So x minus 7 and x plus 5 over 2. And we just bring this 2 over here. So x minus 7 and then 2x plus 5. Row goes left and right, column goes up and down. 2 by 2 matrix is a 2 by 2. A 3 by 4 has, make sure I say this right. Is it 3 columns and 4 rows? Matrix dot product, you multiply the rows by the columns. Okay, so 4, 12, negative 6. 5, negative 2, and 5. So that's going to be 9, 10, negative 1. Ooh, last one. All right. Cookie sales. So cookies are $5. Oh, the numbers aren't on here. Hang on. So the numbers for the 5, 7, 12. 5, 0, 1, 5, 4, 12. No, 10. It's a 10 here. Man, okay. 5, 10, 8. 1, 4, 2. I just need to write out this big matrix here. It's going to make my life a bit easier. Okay, so 5 times 5 is 25, and then 50 in cakes, and then 40 in brownies. Then the next day, it was 35 in cookies, and then 0 in cakes, and 32 in brownies. Then the next day it was 60, did I say 12? Yeah. 60 in cookies, 10 in cakes, and 80 in brownies. And then let's do costs also. So $1, that's $5, and then $20, and then $10. So then Saturday, $7. You should fast forward this video to when I get done with this if you're still watching. 4 times 8, 32. Then, no, that's not right. 2 times 8. So $12, 1 cake, $4. 10 brownies, $20. Okay, so cookie sales, 25 plus 35 plus 60. So that's $120 in cookies. The cost of cookies and brownies. So that's going to be, these are the cookies and these, no. That's cake. And these are the brownies. 5 plus 7 plus 12 plus 10 plus 8 plus 20. $62. Total number of items sold. So that's here. That's all of this. So 19 brownies plus 6 cakes plus 12 plus 5 plus 7 cookies. It's 49 items. Total profit. Oh man. Okay. It's 25 plus 50 plus 40 plus 35 plus 32 plus 60 plus 10 plus 80. So the sales were $332 in sales. The costs, 5 plus 7 plus 12. So the costs were 86. So the difference there is 246 was the total sale, total profit. Okay, that was the last page. That was everything. Rewind, pause, do what you ever need to do.